Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm an alcoholic and addict in recovery. I've been feeling a little worn down recently, just been busy, had a lot of stuff going on in life, and I have to keep in mind that my ability to unwind and relax and decompress is so much better than it used to be in my addiction. You know, when I was in my addiction, if I would get stressed out or feel like I needed a vacation or needed a break, I would think, man, I need a week off. I really just need a week off to decompress. Of course, if I ever got that week off, then I'd spend the entire time drinking and getting high, and I would come back even more tired and run down than I was before I left on vacation. It reminds me of one of my favorite songs that really, it's a great song in general, but it reminds me so much of these times that I would take these vacations and then just come back even more exhausted. It's called Home for a Rest by Spirit of the West, and the first verse, it goes, "You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a month. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink, I need home for a rest." And that's the way it used to be with me. I would take a day off of work and then get drunk all day. And then the next day, I'm even more tired than I was the day before, which defeats the purpose of trying to take some time to decompress. So what's been really impressive to me since I've been in recovery is that the amount of time I need to actually decompress and unwind is so much smaller. You know, I used to think that I needed a week off or I need a month off. Now I can do with just 5 to 30 minutes, and I can kind of relax a little bit. And so one of the things we have to remember in terms of self-care in recovery, because self-care is so important, we've got to not get so caught up in life that we don't take the 5 to 30 minutes we might need to decompress some. Because it's easy for us to do that. You know, in my addiction, I used to tell myself, well, there's no reason for me to take 5 minutes to unwind because that won't help anything. And that was probably true in my addiction. Taking 5 minutes to take a break from and give my brain a chance to just chill out probably didn't help a whole lot. But in my recovery, it does. So I've found that in recovery, there's a lot of different things that I can do that don't take a lot of time, that can help me unwind so that I don't feel the pressure to take an entire week off of work because I'm feeling tired and run down. You know, my go-tos are prayer and meditation and breathing exercises. These are the kinds of things that you can do for 5 minutes. If you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling run down, you can do these for 5 minutes and you can feel better. If you need a little bit more than that, say 15 to 30 minutes, yoga or some kind of exercise. I like going on a jog pretty much every day, and I'll go on a jog in the middle of the day because I am fortunate enough that I work from home and I can leave in the middle of the day and go on a quick 30-minute jog. And I'll put on my earphones and listen to something that I enjoy, whether it's, for me, it's audiobooks. Some people like music, some people like podcasts, but it's a chance to get outside and to get some good exercise in. And that's the kind of thing that helps me decompress during the day. Getting out in nature, you know, if you've got just 30 minutes to walk around the block or a little bit longer to go somewhere where you can actually be with nature. You know, human beings have a tendency toward biophilia, which means that we love nature and we love connecting with nature. And so when we're around natural settings, that does something to our brains, and it helps us to relax some. So that's an important thing. That's why so many great cities have spaces dedicated to nature. And I love getting out and just being around trees and grass and things like that. It makes a difference in life. And then I like to read for fun. That's something that I had a hard time doing sometimes during my addiction. But reading for fun, playing a video game, those are two things that I enjoy. This may sound a little weird, but I'll say it. I really like to take baths. Sitting in a bath and just kind of relaxing, that's a helpful thing, and it just takes 30 minutes, you know. And then I also enjoy playing instruments. I like to play the piano. I'm a big piano player. And of course, the big one for me is going to a meeting, taking some time to go to a meeting. Man, that really rejuvenates me. I've never gone to a meeting and left feeling upset. You know, I typically, when I go to a meeting, if I go in there tired, I come back out recharged. And then at the end of the day, most days I find that I can make time to sit down, and even if it's just for 30 minutes, watch a TV show that I find entertaining or that I find funny. And these are all things that I can do, and I don't do all these things every day. And I don't spend all my day doing these things. But these are things that I can work in to help me recharge throughout my week. And I've found that, you know, what I would often do in my addiction is that I would discount the value of taking just 30 minutes out of the day to rejuvenate myself and to take care of myself, because I didn't feel like it was enough. And the truth is, it wasn't enough. What I needed to do back then to really take care of myself was stop drinking and stop using. These days, now that I've taken care of that big problem, and now that I'm sober, I can focus on what are the little things that people can do in order to help them take care of themselves throughout the day, in order to help de-stress, so that I don't feel the need to just take a month off and not do anything for a month. And that is such a relief. I now feel comfortable knowing that if I get really stressed out, I've got these tools that I can go to that just take a few minutes here and there to put into place. It's been a really nice way to understand that sometimes when life gets really hectic, it doesn't take as much as I used to think it took to unwind from it. And that means that I can continue putting more into life. It means that I can continue to recognize that I'm capable of putting more into life. And that's one of the biggest rewards that I've received from being in recovery. That's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Have a good one.